Thursday Thangs coming at you again. Look, I've got some cool stuff. I've got mail to open today. I've also got my friend Tim here. He's going to show some records that he got signed on the 80s cruise. Also, what else we got? We got, oh yeah. I got some stuff to talk about eBay wise that's really interesting. And look, I got a cold drink. Let's do this. Let's get into the intro. Here we go. Thanks for being here. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Well, I'm just a big fan of grotesquerie, you know.
Behold, the 5th generation of home computer entertainment.
Boing.
Whoa! Yeah! Oh, hi, Michael. It's just me and Charlie here. And we're getting ready to start this thing. You know what I mean? And guess what? We're going to go back to this thing. Bam! Look at that. Full screen. Look at that, Charlie. Listen. That's the sound of a well-oiled Charlie. Super Chat Charlie in the house, everybody. All right. Welcome to Thursday, you guys. Welcome to Thursday. Thanks for being here in my humble abode. Of course, as always, I like to start the show by saying thank you to the first person in the chat. And this person shows up first during what I like to call the waiting room period of the show, the doctor's office period, where you just kind of sit and wait for me to stream for about an hour. And that's Peter Graves. And he was there first today. And usually it's our friend Jeff. But by some twist of the universe, Jeff was not able to make it first, but Peter Graves, nice to see you. Peter Graves was on the stream last Thursday with Tim on a boat, on a nice boat together. Let me change this real quick. There we go. Yeah, they were on a boat, and they were having a good time. And we're going to show this right here. Boom. Yeah, Thursday. Here we go. Who else is here? Let me just go down the line here. I'm not going to put everybody on the screen. That just takes a lot of time. Hello, Mr. Fart, says Butter Knife. Wait a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Peter Graves, Steve, party time. Oh, thank you, friend. David Trahan, howdy, buddy. Nice to see you in your cowboy hat. Butter Knife says, Miko. Are we not Miko? Butter Knives, how are you? Jeff Young, yeah, I didn't get there in time for first tonight. 5th will have to do. It will never do, Jeff. You'll never live this down. Cheers to that. Mm-hmm. You're not going to live it down, Jeff. We're not going to let you. Groovy Lisa, what's happening? You're 6. That's a good number. Do that 3 times. Hello, Global Weirdos, says Mars. Mars, what's happening? Lucky number 7. He's saying hi to everybody. That's so cool. Douglas Gilbert, pink circle, white D. Douglas Gilbert in the house. Number 10. That's a good number. Mars says, Michael, do you like the video I sent you from Canada? Now, Mars, let me tell you, I did get that. Now, everybody's been sending me that band for like the past month or something. I know who you're talking about. I can't pronounce their name. But I know, I don't think it's going to be possible for us to get them at Devotional. They're going to be doing stadiums, all the hype they're getting. I think they're going to outgrow. They've already outgrown us. Ever since they got discovered, they're flying. They probably got record deals from all kinds of people flying at them right now. So, or whatever media deals you get these days. I don't know if they're called record deals necessarily. Hi, buddy. This is Cricket, everybody. I just got to give her a second here, Joe. Hey, what do you need? You want these? She likes the bracelets. Yeah, she gets into that. The bracelets. This is my girl. One of my girls. But this is my girl. You know what I mean? Like this one here. If it was up to her, she would be here on my lap right now and all day, all night. Every time I'm sitting or laying down, she's either on me or next to me. And that's the way she likes it. That's the way she likes it. All right. You can sit right there, buddy. Okay. I got to do this now. Okay. All right. So, carrying on here, Adrian, what's happening? I have something from you to open today on the mail thing. Tim Nolan is saying, howdy, everyone. He'll be on the screen very soon. Steve says, hello, Michael and Tim, with these radiating red faces of some kind. I'm going to say that those are ghostly devils. Those are devil ghosts. Those are radiating some kind of devil ghost kind of vibe. And of course, Butter Knives with hello, Mr. Fart. We have Gaz saying hello. What's up, Gaz? DJ Trish, hello, Mike and friends. Hey, that's you, Trish. You're one of the friends. Used to live off Woodward Ave. The Fillmore is such a great venue. Oh yeah, the shirt, Trevor's. I got this on tour last year with Devo, and I had a lot of fun there. And I think I met up with my friend here on YouTube, Dead Wax, and shit, I met Dead Wax there. I met Martin Jones. I met Sean, Vinyl Dreamscape. It was like VC orgy up in there. What up, Pilmer? What's up, Jerry Layton? Good to see you, brother. They are anti-stadium, says Mars. It never hurts to ask. Sometimes it does hurt my feelings if I ask and they say no. But honestly, I think we've got some really good big bands planned. But I think that they're way out of our league, dude. Way out of our league. Okay, if you know somebody that knows them directly, I'm not going to reach out to them via their social media and ask if they want to play. That's not the way it's going to get seen by them, I'm afraid. So if anybody has any connections to those French weirdos, are they Canadian? Are they actually French? Anyway, now it is time for everyone's favorite part of the show, when I bring up on stage here my old friend Tim. I've known Tim since the 70s, since we were little kids in Ohio. We used to air guitar Kiss together. We both went to Catholic school together, but I made that end a long time ago. I ended that part of my life in Ohio, the Catholic school part. But here we go. Watch this intro by our friend Butter Knives. Check it out.
It's Tim!
Yep. You ready for him? Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
There he is. There's Tim.
There I am.
And he's got his shirt from the cruise last.
And I do have my shirt from the cruise.
So, Tim, I was telling people that you're going to have some stuff to show us. You don't have to show it now, but I'm interested to see what you got signed. Look at that.
Yeah, I can show it now. I mean, no big deal.
Why don't we?
We can do that. Yeah, because I don't have a lot to show. I just noticed I have every album that Gary Newman did signed, and like all that I did not have signed was Telecon, and I just had him sign that, and I set that somewhere else, so I'm not able to show that at the moment. But here is number one. This record, the new Men Without Hats, it comes out on the 16th, and of course I have an early copy, and of course they
had those at the merch booth there, right? That's cool.
Yeah, they did.
That's cool.
Yeah, I asked Ivan quite a while ago, and he's like, "Absolutely, buddy, I got you." Great guy. And
how many people did you see walking around with them? How many people do you think bought them?
There were not many total. I'm going to say there was probably 20 total.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I was there immediately. Yeah. So, and of course, my girl. After we shared a shot of Patron tequila, she hooked me up.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Terry Nunn.
Little Terry Nunn and band.
I'll always be praying at the temple of Terry Nunn.
And this guy, it's like a guy that I had met last year, I guess. And it was just funny because I'm not good with names. I'm good with faces. But he was like, people are like, Tim. I'm like, God, I don't know who they are. But anyways, he had these made, just like little bags, whatever, which were kind of cool.
Like a tote bag, yeah.
Handing those out. And then the only thing else that I have signed to show is
Wait a second. Wait, you only showed. Oh no, wait. Okay, so you got OMD. Nice.
Yep.
You got
more OMD.
OMD.
I did.
But wait, so the signed stuff. Did I miss something? You showed Terry Nunn signed. You showed.
There's another one.
Okay, right. But what about Gary Newman? Did you show something by him?
I that was Telecon, and I didn't because I put it somewhere else.
Oh, you didn't. So okay, wow, you didn't get.
I had that signed. And yeah, and like I just figured I'll show whatever my latest was that I hadn't shown. And these are not.
Wait, these are these from the '80s cruise?
They're not cruise related. Should I wait on those?
No, we'll go whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just interesting finds. It's not something you ordinarily find at a thrift store. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a promo.
Well, Tim, before you show any more, you have a couple of thrift scores to show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Tim, it's a perfect time to play this new. Oh fuck! Is it not here yet? Did I not add it to the channel yet? Hold on, I can add it right now. Hold on.
Oh no, it's not there.
Hold on. I got to play this. Just give me a second.
Come on, guys. It's new. It's new. It's new. Check it out.
Add
Check
the
it
file.
out.
Dude, add the file. Hold on. It's thinking about it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, open this.
Ow.
All right. This is, oh, come on, spinning wheel. Let's do this. Let me make sure it uploads. Hold on.
Freaking
This
computer.
is this, hopefully, if this works, if this uploads, come on. Oh,
and while we're waiting, I'm going to say thank you for the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, we'd appreciate it. Kill it. Knock it out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't kill anything, Tim.
Oh,
Okay, so this is the intro that our friend Emma, aka Zunatuna, created for our thrift scores segment. And I don't have any thrift scores to show this week, but you do. So check this out.
Yeah, and of course, immediately I noticed that all the toilets on that one shelf.
And the laugh, my fucking laugh when I pick up the toilet, and then the thrift scores.
Gotta love her. Gotta love her. But back to some of the thrift scores. I was not familiar. I mean, I knew this was Wings. I was not familiar with this album. It has 2 songs on it. I've not listened to it yet.
Wait, who is it?
Wings, Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh, okay, I've never seen that one.
And I've seen it, but now these are the ones that kind of shocked the hell out of me. That I found these at a thrift store that never gets anything like this. It's like Mantovani is normally the jam there, but anyways, I found this there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Hey, Butter Knives is freaking out over your Wings, Rick.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What does she know about it? Like,
big Beatles fan. See, look, look on the screen. Can you see the screen?
I just did. And Butter Knives. I have a group that occasionally we'll go out to lunch on Thursdays. And today my son went, and I told him, I said, oh, the person he was sitting across from, I said, oh yeah, I said, ask her where she's from, and she's like, my son didn't, and I said, okay, well, ask her who she knows, and she was friends with the Beatles before they were the Beatles. And she knows the 5th Beatle. She knows the original drummer. Like she knows knew all of them. So that was kind of cool.
So you're going to give her Butter Knives her contact info.
I mean, I guess.
Oh, Zuna. Hey, we just played your animation, Zuna.
Yes. And anyways, guys, so at the same place that I found that Big Audio Dynamite, like, I don't know how, like, if you guys realize how uncomfortable.
But look, Emma's saying hi from the toilet.
I'll be back, but hello for now. No, we want to see you from the toilet.
God damn.
What's called FTT. We want to see you FTT.
Thank God you're doing that on my channel, not yours.
Right?
So
anyways.
This guy. What do I have him here for?
What do I have him
here for?
Look at that guy.
This guy.
And then, so here, when do you find that at a
I love that record. You hardly ever find Sputnik anymore. And usually if you do, it's like a 12-inch with no picture cover.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I just might as well show my male stuff. Let's see here.
Show the female stuff first.
Well, this could be taken either way. so that came today.
He came today.
What's that?
He came today.
Oh, he did. And look, I mean, look at that face. Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
I think that's the way to do it.
It was probably pretty good. But so this is the supposed rare blue vinyl, and this one I'm expecting to go ridiculously priced. This is the Zoetrope vinyl.
Oh, right. Oh, show that. Can you show the Grace Jones again?
Oh yeah.
Reg says what Grace Jones records was. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one with all the wires or the snakes or whatever.
It's Inside Story.
Inside Story. Okay. Oh, I thought those were wires. That's just her hat.
I mean, it looks like wires though. I get it.
Yeah, but she had some fantastic clothes.
Oh my god, man!
And
way above, like ahead of people, man. Like,
hey, Butter Knives has something to tell you, Tim.
Emma's let out a fat. Oh, nice! Can we get a picture?
God damn. Guys, we need your likes more than ever because Tim's fucking up my algorithm right now.
Got to push it a little bit, you know.
Oh, Tim, don't you have a child there with you? You shouldn't be talking like this.
He's doing that too. No, he's not.
This is why I don't have kids.
Oh, you have
Look,
kids.
See, Zuna even knows what's going on here.
Whoa.
Or maybe she just named it Tim.
No. It's we usually go to the mic to drop an Allen.
An Allen? An Allen?
In case you guys don't know, that's his
the hell
name.
All right, so now that Tim is done ruining everything for everybody and putting a bad taste in their mouth, I'm going to play this thing, and this is going to change the
Swallow it.
vibe completely. Positives, and that intro was also by Emma Zunatuna, and this is a segment called Positives, and this is where I like you to tell me something positive that's happened to you since last Thursday. It could be anything forward moving in your life, but I want you to start with the word positive in the chat so I know what you're talking about, and then give us a brief description of something positive that happened to you. It could have been the time you made money since last Thursday, or that time you made an enemy go away in the best way possible. And that time you made a poo reference or something.
I was gonna say the last time you decide to push it.
Now, Tim, what would be your positive?
My positive is probably that not only did I get a discount in doing so, but I have signed up for the cruise for next year.
Yeah, and somebody was saying Public Image is playing. Yeah.
And romantics. I mean, like there, that's all I would need. Like that's amazing right there. I don't know if you guys have seen romantics. They put out a hell of a show. I saw them so many times in the 80s. I've not seen them since. So looking forward to it.
Well, Butter and I was just talking about a positive here. She did an animation for a Devo song, a full animation that you can see on her YouTube channel. Butter and I.
Took 7 months.
Yeah, it's a full song, like 3 minutes.
I know.
You know, those little 10-second things aren't, they're not quite too easy either. They take some time. So, yeah, we just burped at the same time. Says Butter Knives. I think that says something.
Oh, it says something.
It says that we're very burpy right now.
But Mike is always burpy and farty, so.
Yeah, more
I
burpy.
got my car finally shipped. Oh, nice. You actually can get around on your own now. Fantastic.
Oh, good.
And I don't know why, Mike, but I'm not able to do that. I can't put stuff on the screen.
What?
I'm not able to put things on the screen. I
don't know how that works anymore.
It used to be easy.
Let me see here. Oh, so my positive, and this is really cool. I have more positive.
I'm sorry.
I have more positive to talk about later in the stream, but now I want to mention that I just found out. Okay, I was in the grocery store Tuesday morning, Tim, and or was it yesterday morning? It could have been yesterday morning. I was in the grocery store very early, like 7 in the morning. I was looking at some things. And there's hardly anybody in the grocery store at that time, which is why I go. So I'm looking at something and I'm kind of standing in the aisle trying to make a decision. And somebody comes up, "Hey, Michael." And I look around and it's this girl I knew who used to work at Tannis Root, which is a screen printing company. She might still work there. Tannis Root Screen Printing Company. And I've known her for years. And she comes up and says, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you going to see Snooper Friday?" And I'm like, "What? Snooper's playing tomorrow in Durham."
No way.
Yes, I didn't know.
With Pal?
They're opening for a band called the Spits, an older band in the Midwest.
Spits are great. Spits are great.
Well, there's a couple of Spits. There's one from England. There's one from.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I'm not really schooled on the Spits, but So anyway, me and Ian are going to see Snooper tomorrow. I can't wait.
And I was just gonna, I was gonna answer somebody. The next year's cruise starts on the 27th of February.
Oh, you're answering Michael Proskins? Okay.
Yeah, and it's out of New Orleans, which I'm excited. So I'm gonna go. I might go 3 days early because I freaking love New Orleans.
Oh, Craig, this is cool. Craig says he met up with Pal in Cleveland.
Nice. No, I told him I was so bummed that I had to miss them because I was not in the country, but that's awesome.
Douglas says positive. I saw your segment on collection, the records. Yeah, I got more news on that later. Got my car shipped. Okay, yeah, got that one.
And we were discussing on the 45s. Like, I don't know, like, because there's a lot of stuff. Like, obviously, when you go through that stuff, you pull the big ones. But what do you do with all the rest? And it's like, do people like you, like out there, do you guys want that kind of stuff? You know, I'm trying to figure out, because I bought also recently. I bought about 400 45s and got a lot of good stuff that I didn't have out of it. But yeah, trying to figure out how to do the rest.
Talia, you should have your driver's license by now. Or Uber.
No. Talia is, I think, what, 14, right, Talia?
No. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, she was 14.
15 tops, I'm guessing.
I think Butter Eyes is 16.
I don't think so.
Butter Eyes, how old are you?
Yeah, let us know.
Anyway, get your damn license or get an Uber and go to the show.
And my gosh, yeah, don't miss that. Holy crap.
I'm just kidding. Well, that's cool that they were playing so close. That's really cool. See, when I was a youngster, when I was a teenager, early teens, I just happened to live across the street. A little punk rock. Well, it was a country music bar called the Yellow Rose. But at night, after 6 p.m., they would have punk rock music. And I could walk.
Your mic got funny. Get a little closer.
I could walk right across the street to the club from my apartment complex. So that was really cool. Douglas Gilbert asks, did you get any ventures?
I see that. I'm positive that I have some.
Positive.
I bought a record collection from a DJ that had been a DJ from 1957 to 1987, I think he said. And he had two of everything. So I'm sure that I do.
OG checking in from Asheville. What's happening? Waiting for Gary Newman to start. Oh, cool.
Oh, man. You're going to have such a great night. Yeah, he was killing it.
Give our love to Gary.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's just amazing. And he did remember me, Mike. I showed him the picture of us. And no kidding.
You got some
I don't, Randy. So yeah, that's cool.
That's really cool. Oh, I can't get my license. My mom says I have to finish medical treatment. I don't think that kind of thing ever ends in life, isn't it? I think everybody's parents are on meds too, right? I don't think that ever stops. I mean, self-medication just goes and goes and goes.
It might change.
Speaking of self-medication.
Yeah, exactly. And Michael has found other means.
But you're going to get there. You know, you don't need a license to take an Uber, though. That's the thing. I'm glad he's playing music again. Yeah, old stuff again. Yeah, he said he wasn't gonna, but I think people were like, "But we'll pay you."
In 2016, he did 3 nights in a row of his biggest albums, and he said that he would never, he was trying to put them to bed because he wanted to do all his new stuff, and his new stuff is great. I mean, obviously, I don't know if you all have heard it, but it's phenomenal. But yeah, thank God he went back to some of the old stuff.
Yeah. Micah, wait, Gary Newman, this Raven. Oh, okay. I meant to put this one up. A negative, Micah, my dog passed away. It's such a bummer, but yeah, it's positive that you're really doing better now and you're seeing hoppers. I don't know hoppers, Micah. You got to tell me about that.
And Micah, I lost my baby girl a month ago, and
I know.
Yeah, it's never okay. But you got to just keep on.
You're going to be in Raleigh in 2 weeks. Can you reach out to me via social media or email or something, my friend? I don't know if I'll be here in 2 weeks, but I might. So let me know. Steve, Tim, did you fill your suitcase full of pizza from the cruise ship?
It was very good pizza. And no, I did not. But I'll tell you, thanks to Peter Graves, there's no way I would have gotten my suitcase closed. It was that bad.
I don't know. I think it worked out great for Cheap Trick, Dead Wax. I mean, I love Bunny Carlos. Don't get me wrong. I would much rather have Bunny Carlos in there, but the drummer's cool. He's a good guy. Devo fan. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I think when a musician decides to have kids, it's all over. Mark composed the score. Oh, okay. That's a movie. I didn't know if it was a band or a movie. I don't know anything about movies. In fact, I remember many years ago when I first started hanging out with Mark in the 90s, and you know, he was scoring a lot of music and really like just doing tons of great stuff. And
he was scoring a lot of younger.
I was telling him that I didn't know anything about. I was like, I just don't know anything about the movies. I don't know anything about movies in general. I was like, I just don't watch movies. He was like, well, you're probably smarter than the rest of us. That's what he said. Because I was apologizing for not knowing what he was doing with movies. I just didn't know. I didn't know how popular the movies were or whatever.
And Pilmer doesn't watch movies, but I always kind of joke on him because he's in front of his computer a lot. And like, he's able to stay up on everything without watching it. So that's kind of smart too.
All right. So dig this. So I'm going to talk about my other positives now that we're getting to the end of the positives thing here.
Or your hemorrhoids.
So you guys know that I sell stuff on eBay. I sell typically music related stuff, records, tapes, CDs, physical media, every now and then some pop culture stuff or whatever, but typically musical stuff. And so last weekend I bought a big batch of records. I bought like 300 records, 7-inch records for $50. And I did a video on it, which you can see on my channel. I posted a day or two ago. And I showed all the stuff that I got. Well, I didn't show it all in detail because a lot of it, you know, it doesn't need to be shown individually. It's a lot of $5 and $10 records were in there. But I found a couple that were really, really, I thought, worthwhile in putting on eBay as soon as possible. So I want to share with you guys a little bit of let's see here. I want to share with you that this is one of those records, okay, from the box. I just listed this a day ago, maybe yesterday, maybe less than a day ago. There it is. I had it listed for $2.99, and it sold. Somebody offered me $200 for it, and I sold it. And I wasn't really sure it was worth a full $300 because there was one 7-inch like this on eBay right now, much better shape as far as the label being really clean. It was $400, and mine had a lot of scuffs. It played okay, but it was totally covered in scuffs, which I said in the description. And it's kind of dirty, so I figured I'd list it for $300 and take, you know, $200 if somebody offered it. And man, within a day, somebody offered it. So I was like, all right, that pays for the records I just bought. Times 4. So then we'll go back here, and then something else I sold within the last couple of days that was real good, positive for me is come on now, is where is it? This. Okay, so I bought this maybe a year ago or less, 10 months ago. I found this in a thrift store. And I always get Monkeys stuff because I always sell Monkeys stuff, not for a lot, but Monkeys stuff sells if it's in good shape. But I found this Davy Jones solo CD. Check this out. Come on, go to the listing. Okay, Davy Jones. Look at that Monkeys logo with Davy Jones in it. I sold it for $144. First, I think a year or 10 months ago, I had it listed for like $180 or $200. And then I brought it down to $159.99, and then it's been up there for a few months at that price. So somebody offered me $144, and I was like, yes. I think I paid like 50 cents or $1 for that. So those are victories that keep my bills paid.
Oh, absolutely, and it keeps us driven. You know, it keeps us going for more.
I mean, it's fun to find something like that not many people would notice as being a cool thing that somebody else would want, right? I was thinking, Davy Jones, I can maybe sell that for $10, right?
Yeah, because like guys, most of his stuff is not worth anything, his solo stuff. But it was funny because all Monkey stuff sells if it's in good shape. But Monkeys, but not necessarily individual. Are you done showing that? I was going to show my sale.
No, well, look at this. Well, look at this. This is something unusual that I didn't think would be worth what it was. This is a Simply Red songbook. I don't know anything about Simply Red. I don't really even
They
know
sell
their
all
music.
day long.
But songbook sold for $40.
Yeah. No, the
$40
records do.
though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
Simply Red.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
it's
sold
just
a Simply Red, but I couldn't believe the book sold.
Rick Astley, like anything Rick Astley, it's like, man, he's got a huge following. There's certain groups that of that era that just do.
And look at this one. Okay, look at this one. This one sold for good money, and it's a real random thing. Come on, why isn't it selecting it? I want you to select.
And people like if you have hello girl, you know it's true. Like the original album, like the vinyl that goes for big money. So if anybody has,
why
it,
were you
it's like,
talking about that? Listen to this. Lowe's Grove Junior High School Singers. Look at this. Lowe's Grove Junior High School Singers in concert. It sold for $80.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if I could find record of this anywhere, but I knew somebody.
I found it. I found it. I did look it up. All right, so here we go. I don't know where Mike went. Anyways, this is what I ended up selling today. And it was horrible.
I hit back on the wrong screen.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys like Randy Newman. I'm not a fan. But Mike, get this. Okay, sold it for $200. Look how much I got. eBay is like really, really dipping into our stuff lately. But anyways, that's all. That was my big sale today.
Wait, are you sharing it or what are you doing?
Yeah, can you not see it?
Is it on the screen? Is it on the screen with us, Tim?
I thought it was.
Tim Nolan. Tim Nolan in the house, everybody. Cheers.
So there. Yeah, so there it is. And
reels though, that's a very
and quadraphonic reels. Like they're really rare. But like that was the day I bought those about a month or so ago. I got 25 of them for $80. And it's like a lot of them, were $300 reels.
Damn, Tim, you took my eBay shit and trashed it. You just threw it away. My eBay link. You motherfucker.
No, I didn't do anything to yours.
Oh,
it's still there. You want it up?
It's not still there. It's gone. I got to add it again.
Oh. Well, then maybe when you hit back. But anyways, that's all. That's all, guys. I was just showing you that. So we're gonna remove
well, check this out. So this is something a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I went to one of these Goodwill outlet stores where they roll these big ass flat bins of stuff, and you dig through it for a certain amount of time. Then they roll. They
sell by the pound, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, I went in there once a few years ago with my friend Ian, and tucked in the corner of the store, it looked like they just got there or something. It was one or two shopping carts full of records. And one of those shopping carts was mostly full of records that were all in plastic sleeves. Anyway, long story short, I bought a whole shopping cart full of records for real cheap, probably about 35 cents each. And in these records was this whole collection of these female singers from other countries, European female singers, Italian and French, and people like Milva and Iva Zanichi, a collection of all these women's albums. And I immediately started selling them for $30, $20, $50, $60 each. And I've been selling them for years. And recently this one guy bought two of them. So $100 for the order. One of them was $70. Here it is. Milva. But like I got somebody's whole collection of these things, and they were but in plastic sleeves and taken care of. And so the other part of that sale was this other woman. Come on, eBay is going slow. All right, where is it? Where'd she go? Come on now, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Here we go. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, Iva Zanichi. Come on, Iva, do it. Yeah, so I found Iva records, 10 or 12 Milva records. That was 30. But man, those things, it was really, I could tell somebody put so much love and care into that collection. I couldn't let that just sit there and then be rummaged through and thrown away eventually. Cause, you know, if the right people didn't see that in time, that would have got pitched out.
Yeah, that was the bummer.
People that are just looking for rock and roll records would have looked that right over.
The thrift store I went to today
is in my current listings, like of stuff that I found recently that I've just listed. Let me go. My scroller's not scrolling appropriately. Okay, listings. Why is this taking so?
I don't know
what
it
happened.
Must be mine, but you're like, I'm getting a lag.
Oh shit! Look at that. We are lagging. Lagging just a bit there. Oh, hold on. Yeah, my computer's going really slow. Hold on.
Well, let me say something. Like,
all right, so let me search for something here
while we're doing that.
And then
while he's doing
that,
I'm done
with it.
Yes, I all my reels are. I test them. Yeah, they never need baked. I make sure that they're complete. Unless I've got some rare ones that, if they're really rare, I'll sell them. If they're missing a piece, I just tell people it's like, yeah, it comes in at this point. But yeah, all my reels are in great shape.
Okay. Tim.
Yes.
Fuck. Hold on.
Lagging.
I'm just shutting some of my windows on my computer. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, let me show this and then I'll shut this window and it'll probably help us out. Now, this is a DVD I found recently, Tim, and I never find DVDs that are really worth money. But this was a sealed DVD called Dear Basketball. It's a Kobe Bryant short film, like 6 or 8 minutes long. I've got it listed for $190, and there's a lot of interest in it. A lot of watchers. And so anyway, I think it's going to sell for at least $125, $150. But it's amazing because I never find DVDs that are worth anything. And the only reason I looked it up was because it was sealed. So there you have it. That's my eBay story. I'm sticking to it.
And Amina said that Mick Hucknall has a beautiful voice. I love Simply Red.
That's his name?
Yes. And Craig Maddie, which I didn't realize you were from, my area, says he also found a bunch of Thor records at My Mind's Eye. Because did you see those bootlegs that they just posted today? I wanted that top one, and I'm like, man, that's too far to drive. Though.
There's a Thor bootleg?
No. They post what they're adding that day, and there was a bootleg on the cover, and I'm like, shit, I wanted it really bad. And I was thinking about it, but and Amina says thanks for the tip for the Milli Vanilli record, because if you guys got it on vinyl and don't want it, it's worth over $100. Also, Vinyl Dreamscape said positive, which
I was gonna put that on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Sillies. I've never heard of them.
I haven't either, but it's like, man,
or the Flirts.
Great stuff. Oh, I've heard of them.
I thought in the video I shot, I know you haven't seen it, Tim, but I thought finding the Eddie and the Hot Rods single was really cool. I've never seen that one. Yeah. I think it's called The Power and the Glory. I don't know much about Eddie and the Hot Rods, but I'd never seen that record. It was really cool. So now, with those records I bought, now I have to go through the process of listing all the ones that aren't worth hundreds of dollars, but I'll still do it and see where those go. But yeah. Truth Seeker. Amina, what's up? What's up? Gaz says, have you got Arena Man picture this with floppy disk? Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian, you need anything from that record store, you let me know what you need.
Mars is asking if the reel-to-reels you get sell or what shape they're in. And yeah, he doesn't really buy stuff that has to be baked, I don't think.
Yeah, I asked him. Although I have, I actually have a portable oven that I can put on lower temperatures. So I have, I bought a Blondie reel-to-reel, Eat to the Beat. I paid $10 for it because it was shot. I baked it and I sold it for $125. Wow. And I tested the entire thing and it was freaking perfect. It's like just amazing. Yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah, I'm heavily into my reel to reels, and anybody ever sees that stuff, even if it's not rock and stuff, it's like I kind of, other than easy listening, I try to buy it all.
Oh, Craig, if you're looking for religious LPs, I got your connection, dude.
Oh my God, does
I
he?
get a lot of those.
Because he's from North Carolina. That's like the heart of it all. I do go to Erie to get him. Like I got him. He collects Little Marcy, and that one day, remember I got like 14 Little Marcy records.
Yeah.
From one thrift store.
Yeah.
And that was Erie, which they do have a couple great thrift stores, and I haven't been there in a while, but yeah, there's the guy right there.
You know, Mars, he's asking what decks you own. We're going to get into that at a stream where we just talk about reels. We'll get really deep into reels one day. I just need to find some other people to join.
And I can throw out simply, I have many, but my favorites are Pioneer, the 707 and the 909.
There you have it, numbers and stuff.
And Zuna crawled back. Hope everything came out all right.
No, here we go again. This guy.
That guy.
Man.
What did you say to me, Mike? What did you say to me, I don't know, about 8 years ago? And it was about our ages and whatnot.
I can't remember.
He said, he's like, how old are we? And he's like, you still think farts are funny, don't you? He's like, I don't ever want to be so old that farts aren't funny.
I think that is not age-based, that thing. Okay, listens. Hold on a second.
But yep. That's how he rolls.
So I gotta share something with you guys that
sometimes they roll, sometimes they thud, but But he wants to share.
Hold on.
We're holding, Mike.
Oh fuck! Why isn't it? Oh fuck it. Anyway, I'll tell you about it. So there's this one CD I found, hip hop CD. I can't remember the damn guy's name. It's a really weird name. Like it's not even like a human name. It's like it's something Redo. The last name is Redo. Redu. I can't remember the first name. But anyway, this hip hop artist. He's from the South somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but the genre is called sissy bounce. Sissy bounce, dude. I was like, what? What is sissy bounce? Well, I found out.
What many other things.
I found out what sissy bounce is, man. It's pretty cool. I it was good. It was energetic, and the guy was, being a big sissy about it. But I thought I had never heard of that genre, sissy bounce. Now I'm intrigued.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Mars, I don't know. We are going to have a stream that is dedicated to
reels.
I don't know about players, but
anything to do with reels.
If anybody's looking for a player, I am going to be getting rid of all of my extras, and I have about 25 left, I think. So yeah, there's that.
And if you can find a sissy bounce reel.
Oh, I don't think I have any sissy bounce reels.
You gotta make sure
I'm
that guy.
sure I know.
You gotta make sure Mr. Redo makes a sissy bounce reel just for Tim.
Good, Zuna. I'm glad you didn't eat it, because for a minute I knew a dog that did, and I was pretty angry about it.
Or Cheech and Chong,
and I had to get pills to make that stop, but thank God it worked.
Sarah, no. The answer is no. The answer is no. Let's see. Yes, yeah, we're gonna have a okay. So, anyway, I'm gonna do the mail thing right now.
Get her done.
Yeah, check this out.
I'm gonna minimize myself.
Another really cool intro by my friends, and this one is by Butter Knives. What are you doing, Tim?
I was trying to minimize myself.
Timothy, why would you do that? Hold on. Now I got to change the setup here. Hold on.
Because you're doing mail.
Okay, yeah, but just hold on. This is what I got to do. I got to do this. Okay, hold on. Check this out. Intro by our friend Butter Knives.
Today.
No.
Okay, so yeah, and then I'll just do this. That's what you were trying to do right there. I got mail, guys. Now, the first thing is from our friend from Hawaii, Adrian. Tim, I hear an echo.
I don't think you hear an echo.
I hear an echo of my voice. Oh, wait, now it's gone.
I was going to say, I did
Weird.
not hear it.
Okay, so I got this from Adrian. I don't know what it is. Let's check it out. Thank you, Adrian from Honolulu. I'm jealous. Adrian's going to see the Dickies in Honolulu in Hawaii. I can't believe it. Oh, check it out, Tim. Physical media.
Woo. Oh.
All right, hold on. First of all, here's a sticker. Is this a band? I think I've heard of this band.
But I've heard of the Raptors.
I don't know.
Huh.
Oh, look at this. Sealed John Lee Hooker.
I was going to say, I saw it was sealed. Because she remembers. She knows what she's doing.
I've never seen this. This is cool. What is this? Double live Garth Brooks sealed.
Yeah, it sells.
He's look, it's like he's smashing the fuck out of guitar. That is nuts, man.
He's the punk country boy.
I wouldn't go that far, but that's a pretty hilarious album cover. I wonder how much Photoshop went into making that perfect, but it's pretty good.
And Adrian said that yes, they opened up for Circle Jerks.
Oh, the Raptors. Oh, okay, right on.
Nice.
But this, I'd just like to see the series of pictures this came from. Like, there's Tina sealed.
Oh, yeah, that's a great album.
Oh, this is greatest hits. Okay,
It's a greatest hits, but it's like, come on, it's Tina. It's freaking amazing.
Now, I think these are some of the ones that she found on the street in the trash. I'm pretty sure. In Sync, sealed.
Yeah, and that it's like I don't know why, but that stuff sells like crazy right there too.
I mean, anything sealed. I love rescuing that shit.
Yeah.
Because
Dead Wax says
no.
Garth Brooks and Circle Jerks. Interesting.
There's something else.
That's that butt plug that you've been asking for.
I've been begging for it.
Well, I didn't want to go that far to let people know.
Oh, you like to go far.
Yes, she did find them in the trash area.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an inflatable one.
It's got a cute face. Look at my head.
Oh, yeah, he's going to give it something.
Look at my head. What am I doing? What's
Garth
in here?
Jerks.
I can't figure out how to open it.
I've heard you've had that issue before.
I think I have to cut it open.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Panda blow up sex doll. Oh, jeez.
Look. Now, wait, this one does something. Wait.
God.
There's a fish in my toilet.
Shit. Well, there was worse than yours.
This goes in the collection, my friend.
Uh-huh.
Look at all the look at how nicely it's made. You could take this apart.
Durable.
You could probably replace that guy with a little energy dome. Whoa, look at him spin.
Yeah.
He just wants to poke your bottom.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Adrian.
Oh, and that was a goof. Oops.
No, get those guys out of here. Out of here. Oh, that was cool. All right, we got one more piece of mail, but I'll wait till Tim gets his home situation under control there. Oh, golly, Tim. Is it still noisy there, Tim? I guess. Okay, I'll just go on with that.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. This, you guys, is something I ordered on eBay. Now, I don't usually order a lot of stuff on eBay, but I do have a couple of eBay searches saved. So whenever something comes up, I look at it just in case it is what I'm looking for. Well, this time it was something I didn't expect to find, Tim. Right here. And this is going to add a lot to a certain collection that I have.
Uh-oh. Well,
It's going to add quite a bit. Watch this.
Wow.
Richard Miller's true story. Here's the parents of Richard Miller.
Wow.
But okay, so
wait, show me the back again.
So wait, Richard Miller, that's his parents with his, I guess, sister.
I was gonna say, like, why is he not in that picture?
probably before he was born, or maybe they hated him. Well,
Well, he had no arms or legs.
So I collect Richard Miller, otherwise known as Little Richard Miller. His first record, full album, was Born Without Arms and Legs. Oh, no, wait, it wasn't his first. But the first album I ever found of his was Born Without Arms and Legs. And he was born without arms and legs, but he still put out multiple records in his lifetime. And a long time ago, well, maybe a year or two ago, I found a book like this by Richard Miller on eBay. I couldn't believe it. And this is different. This is a different book, but it goes through his whole life. And look at that.
I'm going to quiz you on next Wednesday.
Look at him.
Jeez.
Graffiti artist.
Well, and that's what I never understood, because, guys, he played piano, or I should say keyboards and guitar. But how?
He drove a bus.
Well, that could be adapted, but like
This-
I saw the pictures of him at the organ, that one album I gave you, and the one with the guitar. It's like the guitar is just like hanging in space. How? Like that's not real.
You gotta have a pact with the devil.
They're just not real.
Look at
Jeez.
police department, Richard Miller.
Wait, why?
Statement,
Was he a deputy or something?
do hereby appoint Richard Miller as honorary police officer, city of
Jeez.
something. Natchez.
Draw your weapon. No.
So this is a score for me. There's not a whole lot of Richard Miller stuff out there.
Guys, that's more important. Like that's a centerfold for Michael Pilmer.
Dude, this is like, some people like to watch their kids graduate. I like this. I like this stuff.
And he has literally every single album that Richard Miller.
Nope, not every one.
I think you do.
There's a couple. There's a shellac I need to get.
I did not even know that.
Richard Miller shellac. It's called "Don't Flirt with Me."
Huh.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Little Richard Miller, born without arms and legs, did a song called "Don't Flirt with Me."
What label is that on? Do you know?
Who knows, dude? I don't remember. It's on Discogs. Has a picture of him on the center of the acid.
Oh, okay. The only other one that the Potato Head dude, and those are worth money.
Potato Head dude.
Yeah, he's called Potato Head, and I have the collection. They're shellacks.
Miss Meowser.
Yes, it is. Meowser. Guess who? Meowser.
She's like, I'm just into Daddy's elbow right now.
It's like, Meowser, come on, smell him. He stinks.
Good girl. I know you don't need food. I
She's
just
my girl. When I go there, she sleeps downstairs.
Hi, buddy.
That's my bait.
Look.
In the centerfold.
Hi, sweetheart.
Oh.
Good girl. All right. Tim.
Oh.
I have to go to the little boy's room. Can you talk about something? Hold on.
Well, shoot. I could talk about something. I don't know what.
Show something. Your butt. Not your butt.
I'm not ready. I didn't have anything ready.
Penetration in the centerfold.
I can simply say it's like, yeah. Are you going already? Come on.
What's up, William? I just got to say hi to some people.
Just leave.
Richard, you know what name was Matt? I don't know about that. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, I was going to say is that there's a number of things I did not get signed. And it's like, I love doing this. And like people are freaking out, but I brought Reel to Reel for Chic to sign. And unfortunately, Donnie Iris, Billy Ocean, and Chic did not sign anything because they were not on the boat. So they didn't hang out with us. But the was it the last night? I think it was the last night. I was tired as hell. It really I have to say it probably took at least 3 days, maybe even more, to recover. But the last night with everything, everybody was partying late. I did not. My roommate did not, and I wanted to get a drink because I'm like, man, I want to have a good drink, go to bed, and just sleep. Didn't happen, but I did go up to get a drink, and here's the line for Brett Michaels, and And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna walk 2 more floors to get these signed, and I didn't. I probably should have, but I hear he was a nice guy. But yeah, it was just crazy, and I tell everyone, like, if you're into 80s, man, you should try it at least once, because it's pretty mind blowing. Wouldn't you say, Michael Pill?
I would say that. It's also wallet busting.
Yeah. 4 years ago with Devo, and yeah, that was the beginning of the end.
It was free. That's what made it best for me. I mean,
I
was able to enjoy it in a way that I would have not been able to enjoy it. I think that's what made me love it so much, is because I wasn't concerned with, oh my God, what did I just pay for this? I was just like, wow, let's just do whatever we can do here to have fun, right?
But the cool thing is, like, everything's covered anyways. I mean, obviously, I got a lot of new concert shirts and stuff like that. That's something I usually always do.
Well, they don't really have a lot of merch at those 80s things.
Everybody did this year.
Not a
lot.
I've never seen one of the bands do something that was specific to that, except Devo. Devo did a shirt especially for that. Other bands just brought whatever they had left over.
And I wish I loved the Devo one, but I don't.
But it was, they had.
But some did.
We had to go dark. We had to go dark humor. And what better way than to make your fucking cruise ship shirt a fucking life vest and the poster? Everything was about falling off that fucking boat.
I think I would have made. I wouldn't have done them T-shirts. I would have done freaking floaty devices.
Yeah, that would have been cost effective. But for people who don't know, Devo played this 80s cruise. It was the first cruise I ever been on, and we designed a shirt for it, it was a white shirt which had this orange vest printed on it, back and front, like a life vest, and it was super sick. Like, not something I would wear, but something I would have to own that if I was a fan. Like a fucking life jacket vest for a ship. I'm surprised the ship let us do it. Or maybe they didn't know about it. I don't think they were very happy when they saw it. I don't think they were very happy. But the poster sold really well too. I mean, those things, we brought the leftovers on tour with us, and they still, I think we still have some of those left over. Anyway, I'm gonna do a shot now. Anybody want to join?
I got none. I'm doing fine. Anyways, I swear, like, after that cruise, I think I would say I'm like probably about 6 months ahead of him right now.
Amateur.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
And Mars. I was trying to see how to email you. I'll just put my email in the text.
Oh boy. So before I forget, coming soon, assumingly, I will be getting a Snooper video tomorrow night. So I'll be posting that as soon as I can. Snooper, I've shot Snooper in concert before. Those videos are on my YouTube page, and they always put on such a sick show. And part of me wants to just watch the show, but the other part of me that has those old shows on my page that I can go watch anytime I want and show people, look, this is I love being able to do that. So it's hard for me to weigh the pros and cons of shooting shows, because I just really love going back and looking at the footage.
Well, and like for on this latest cruise, my phone was acting up towards the end, saying it was full.
Grandfather,
She got in the house. Hey, good to see you.
Pardon me.
But I did Berlin as a live stream on Facebook, because that was the only way I could do it. And I know I have to somehow download it. I don't know how. So I got to figure that out. But yeah, like, I don't know if you missed it. Check on my Facebook page, because she did White Rabbit. She did Highway to Hell. And there was one other cover, and they wwere all phenomenal.
Yeah, she's great. There was this live album that Berlin, it was a bootleg that I had when I was a kid. I still have it. And it's the US Festival recording. Mm-hmm. And during that show, and I remember hearing that on the radio, and I recorded it on cassette off the radio, their performance when I was in school. I think my friend had a car cassette player, and we recorded it like while we were at school or on the way to school or something. And I listened to that for years. But anyway, during that set, and you bringing up that they covered those songs made me remember this. But during that set, they do "Sex," which was their obviously biggest song at that point. It was a big hit, and in the break, in the middle of "Sex," the guitar player just starts going into Cat Scratch Fever, which for the time was perfect because you had, rock heavy metal day at S Festival, and then you had new wave day, and there was not supposed to be any rock and roll on new wave day or hard rock. And for that guy to throw in Cat Scratch Fever,
so cool.
I mean, I was never a huge Ted Nugent fan, but I understood.
Oh, that song and numerous ones were phenomenal, but go on.
But I understood the reason that you would throw it into the middle of a Berlin sex song. I mean, Cat Scratch Fever, come on. It was perfect. It was like, and
plus his sister was dating a Ted Nugent lookalike.
Well, everybody was in the 70s.
I thought he was Ted Nugent.
But it was just that little bit. It was like, the sex song. And then all of a sudden, it was just so cool. And I talked to Terry about it years later. And she was like, "Oh, I hated when he did that." I was like, "Oh, but no, Terry, you have to understand where why it worked." And I tried to explain to her. I think she was just not a fan of Ted Nugent being at all affiliated with her. But she was like, "No, I thought it was bad." But I was like, "No, I have to disagree, Terry. That was so cool."
I wanted to add to this. In one of her interviews, and it started with us doing a shot of Patron, and it was not a shot. It was
when she was on stage, right?
Yeah. And me and Peter did the same time too. And
so you just handed it up to her from the crowd?
No. Larry the Duck got it.
Larry the Duck gave it to her.
Yeah. But she had never had tequila.
Who the fuck knows who Larry the Duck is? Anybody? I ain't never heard of that motherfucker.
Anyways.
Anybody in the chat knew who Larry the Duck is?
So her mom, she said how she was very open with her mom about sex, about everything. And she after the tequila, she's like, "Oh, is this when his clothes start coming off?" And everybody's like, clapping. But that didn't happen. But she was like telling us about all of her sexcapades and stuff. It's like,
as you will when you're in Berlin and you're Terry Nunn, for Christ's sake. Tim, you're glitching.
I thought it was you.
I don't think I'm glitching. No, I'm smooth right now. I was only glitching because I had like 7 windows up that I was trying to get through. But now I closed all those.
But anyways, so her mom reads the song "Sex," and she's like, "Terry, I'm not buying it." And she's like, "What do you mean, Mom?" And she's like, "You're writing about sex. Like nothing here makes me believe what you're saying."
Oh yeah.
And
so this is what Terry was talking about during the spoken word parts of the screen?
Yeah. And so she's like, because it said it was just, "I'm a man" every time, and she didn't return.
Oh, she didn't put the return until her mom said you should be more sexual.
She's like, "Well, Mom, fine, okay, yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. How can I fix it? How can I change it?"
That's
and
really
her mom said a bottle of brandy, and apricot brandy, and
aphrodisiac.
And I didn't know that. Did you know that was an aphrodisiac?
Of course,
I did not. And
well, you have a child. You should have to know something about that.
Well, I do know something about that. But she's like, she goes, "That did it," and she's like, I thought about all my fantasies, like what I wanted to be, and like, so that's where I'm a slut, I'm a hooker, I'm a geisha, I'm your little girl. It's like all those things.
I just love how the guy was
she's
so
a dirty little girl.
And the guy in that band, I forget his name. Was it I forget his name. He was great in those songs. And there was some songs on that Berlin record and the second Berlin record that he alone sang, and I love them.
Yes.
Really. Now, usually when a band like that, who has a very popular lead singer, does a song and one of the other guys sings it, usually it's kind of like, okay, well, we'll let him do that. Okay, on to the next stuff. But you know what's an exception to that rule is also the Cars. That when the lead singer didn't sing, that was the biggest hit they ever fucking made. Tim's muted for some reason. Were you farting? You were farting.
I was yelling at the youngin,
AKA farting,
because the microwave keeps beeping. But
I love that.
Anyways, no, like the Cars, like Devo, they don't have a lead singer. They had two.
Yeah,
lead singers.
but you know, most of the videos, MTV World, most of the videos had
their biggest hits was from our boy from Chardon, Ohio.
What's his name again?
Benjamin Orr.
Okay, so I only know. I think though, from my memory, that one song, that biggest song they ever had, wasn't that the biggest one they ever had where he sang? It was kind of like a slow. What was it called?
Drive.
Yeah, I think that was their biggest hit, wasn't it?
No. Just what I needed.
Oh, okay. Well,
like
that was a bigger hit. I know it was earlier.
I think just what I needed was bigger.
But anyway, you know, the focus.
Anyways, phenomenal singer, and people like, I don't know if Mike knew, but he.
Now you stopped again, Tim. See, I'm moving and you're not moving.
So it's pretty shocking. I went to his grave site. No,
your video stopped for a few seconds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, usually the focus is the other guy, and for another person in the band to have a big record or a good record, the Berlin songs that the guy sang weren't big necessarily, I don't think, but I love them. They're some of my favorite tracks. But yeah, Terry Nunn, we all love her.
Oh my gosh, yes. And
wait, is there look, Terry Nunn signed record? Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Terry Nunn signed record, the blue one right there.
Yep.
It says.
And that's a and I collect those. That's a North Korean.
No, it's not. It's a U.S. promo of Love Life. It's just a 12-inch single, and it says she wrote on it, Michael, thank you for the Devo goodies, love Terry. And then
that color.
It's just, that's how the promo. It's a really rare promo.
Huh. Okay.
And then I had her sign another record. I had her sign the first record. No, I had her sign a Sex 12-inch import. And she wrote "Love All Over You," Terry Nunn. That was sick.
That's what I wanted to have her sign that, but I couldn't find mine.
Well, while we're talking about Terry Nunn, let me just finish this part of this conversation with the story that I always love to tell about Terry Nunn. Okay, so I had met Terry Nunn a few times at different shows through my connection with Devo. Was able to meet her and say hi and over the years, and she would show up at Devo shows from time to time, and she would be on the guest list. So I was usually the one that put her name on the
Alan, get your food, please. Sorry.
Tim, you're not
I thought it was muted.
Colin, could you get your fucking food? Oh, God.
Who's interrupting our stream?
I need a drink, man. Fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, Terry, wait, I don't like it on this setup, though. Hold on. No, you got to do this part, dude. So anyway, what I was saying was Terry Nunn was often on the guest list. So after I'd met her at a show in Virginia, and she was really nice, I gave her some stickers. She signed these things for me. Maybe a year or two after that, I saw that she was I was putting her on the guest list for a Southern California show. And I was just thinking to myself, it'd be really cool. How cool it would be if I ran into her again and got to say hi. I wasn't really thinking I would get to. Who knows what happens in those situations. But I remember being on stage while Devo was playing, like in the back behind them. Pardon me. And as I'm watching them perform, I can see the audience. And it's one of these venues. I think it was like an outdoor venue. No, it was indoor, but the seating went up like a theater. And at the top of the theater seats was tables and chairs and where people would sit. And I swear, I look way back there and I see standing on a table, somebody going like this, a female figure rocking out, doing like that. And I'm like, man, that looks like Terry Nunn. And I looked and I was like, that is Terry Nunn back there. I just know it. So after the show, I was thinking to myself, well, if that's the only thing I get to see about Terry Nunn on this journey at this show, then that's all I need. So after the show, I'm taking all of Devo's gear from the dressing tent and from the stage, and I've got an armload full of shit. And I'm trying to go to their dressing room to put it in the wardrobe case. But to get to the dressing room from the stage, I have to go through the VIP room where all the backstage guests are. Really weird setup. And it was a very crowded backstage area. So I go into this room and I've got all this sweaty gear stage props and shit, and I'm sweating my balls off. I've just got through working an hour and a half long show or something. So I'm running through the crowd of VIP guests, and I hear Michael, and I turn around with this armload full of shit, and there's Terry Nunn waving from across the fucking room at the VIP party. And I look and I go, I drop all the diva shit. I run over to her, which is probably about 20 feet or 30 feet or something. I go over to her and I go up and I'm like, Terry, oh my God, I can't believe you recognize me, or whatever I said. And she reaches out to me for a hug, right? And I was like, I'm really sweaty right now. She was like, me too, let's schmeck. And then she hugs me and we hug like hug each other really tight. And we can feel the sweat of both of our garments going like schmecking, right? So anyway, so I hug her, I schmeck her, and we get done with the hug, and I'm like, did I just schmeck Terry Nunn? She was like, you sure did. I was like, fuck yeah. So she taught me how to schmeck. Schmecking is hugging when you're really sweaty. That's what she told me.
And I haven't hugged her when she was really sweaty.
Well, then you haven't schmecked her.
I've hugged her when she wasn't.
Now I'll schmeck her dry.
It's really nice too.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can do a dry schmeck.
I don't know if it's called schmecking, but it's amazing, and she smells wonderful.
Smells like schmeck.
Oh my God. No, she just smells wonderful. Yeah, she's amazing.
There's nothing wrong with schmecking. Riding on the metro. Oh, how cute, says Zuna. No, it was a good experience. I'll never trade that for anything. Like I said, some people like to watch their kids become doctors and lawyers. I like to schmeck Terry Nunn.
Yeah. I'll schmeck Terry Nunn.
Some people like big weddings with fancy dresses and.
But Michael Pilmer likes to schmeck,
I'll
anti-scene. He likes to schmeck anybody.
I'll schmeck a motherfucker.
I
will not schmeck that growling potato.
He's a walking schmecker.
Oh, man, dogs don't smell right to me.
My dogs do.
Well, I guess if
you bathe them
all the time. Yeah, I know. I couldn't do it though. I'd be a horrible dog owner.
No, look at him. He's so happy.
If my cats didn't wash themselves, they'd be dirty, dirty bitches.
My babies are happy.
Oh, look, guys. Look. Oh, she's right behind Charlie. Watch.
Meowser.
Hey, Meowsy.
Meows.
Hi.
What are you doing? What is she mad at me?
No. This is what she does when I play music at the house that she likes. I'm trying to figure out what she likes, but there's a chair on the other side of the camera here that's kind of almost between the two speakers of my stereo. Not by planning it, it just happens to be. And so she'll get on the back of that chair when I'm playing certain music and just sit there like she is there with her eyes kind of half closed, but she'll just be listening to that music, dude. It's really cool to see. Wait, I thought your screen was frozen for a second, but you were just captured in time though.
No. I was getting Benny to smile bigger. He's going, huh? And
I think that's a growl.
No, it's not.
I'm going to bite your eyeballs out.
It
Smells like an asthma attack. Hey, Super Potsy, what's happening, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Okay, wait a second. Okay, is Mark open to schmecking? It says Bertrand. I always want to ask him for a hug, but I feel too much like a loser.
Oh, just schmeck him.
You know what the thing is? Just schmeck him.
Yeah. But Mark likes the surprise.
But you have to be. The thing is, you have to be sweaty. Both parties have to be very sweaty to schmeck. It's not. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Here, it's sweaty now.
It's not a fun child to have around.
It's sweaty balls.
Look how behaved this one is. Do I ever have to turn off my volume because of my cat?
Yes. Yeah. No. But yes, I've been there when they were less.
Just shut your mouth.
When they're fighting, guys, it's crazy.
It doesn't. Nothing. I have to. It's beautiful sounds. They're too old to fight these days. They might hiss at each other once every couple months, but
like last year they were.
Well, that's because they had another thing involved. Another
true.
Personality that we don't want to talk about. But yeah, they were dealing with some shit. But look at her, like a statue. I called you a statue. That's right. So, fucking hey. Let's see. I haven't paid attention to the chat in forever. What's going on? Don't let Tim interrupt. Please keep talking about Mark. Schmeck Mark when you get a chance. Just schmeck him. But you have to make sure you're like sweaty. He has to be really sweaty, and you have to be really sweaty. It can't be just him sweaty. That's not schmecking. Schmecking is this is what, according to Terry Nunn, this is what I was picking up, is like two sweaty people, they can schmeck. And I think you have to have clothes on, and they have to be saturated with sweat. You can't be naked sweaty. That doesn't.
I mean, I think it'd still be schmecking.
No, I think it's all about that because
Well,
there's a
but
sound.
hello,
There's a sound it makes. If you're
two,
both,
two clammy bodies together.
that's a good name for a band
See,
or a Tom Petty album.
I think that was already done.
This is my new album, Two Clammy Bodies Together. I don't even know how to do a Tom Petty voice, but can you do a Tom Petty voice, Tim?
The way
Micah.
to schmeck.
Micah, just schmeck him. Just schmeck him. I'll take full blame. Just tell everybody that if you get real sweaty,
Schmeck it good.
real sweaty, schmeck him. Don't even ask. I think it's a group schmeck. We're going to start group schmecking, and we're going to blame Terry Nunn for it at the end of the day.
I don't know if you saw. This was an older text by Douglas. He said, "Michael, that 45 from Flowers of Romance by Pill. Did you see that? It was interesting to see. I've never seen that before." He's saying.
Oh no, well, I mean, I certainly knew it existed, but I've never seen it in that shape before, in that condition. Usually, it's pretty worn. I'm not a Public Image Limited aficionado on their whole discography, but might be several different pressings of it. But the cover was so glossy, and I mean, there was one band, corner band. I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep them or not, but Jeff Young wants to get them from me, so I don't know if I don't need to keep them, but part of me, I love Public Image so much, but at the end of the day, I bought those records.
Go with some stuff.
I bought those records to resell, but I'll probably sell them, but I don't know.
I mean, yes, they're great, but guess what? He's never going to play them.
But I got him to sign a record right there. I'm good.
No, guys, he has a hell of a collection, and like as for the 10, he has the new one and the old one. Like
no, I only have the old one.
No, you got two.
No, you're dreaming.
No,
I got one old rusty Pill metal.
I know, but one was newer.
I don't have that. If you want to send that to me, I'd be glad to take it, but I don't have it.
Yeah, I have it without the 10. I have the originals without the 10.
I never had any reason to buy a remake of it, but I found that 10 for fairly cheap at a local record store back in the day. There were a few people in Raleigh that collected records who were around my age who were heroin addicts, and they would sell parts of their record collection at some points. So when they needed money, and if you walked into that record store, the record hole, the right time, you could find some really interesting industrial post-punk stuff, like stuff that wasn't really on everybody's radar, So that's why oh wait, here's a good question. Douglas says, do you have any Terry Nunn solo albums? I don't think so. I think I only have Berlin stuff, but I have some later Berlin albums. But typically I'm just listening to the first 2 or 3 albums, right? Pilmer, do you ever play records? Deadwax, that's a great question. Let me put this on the screen.
And I'm gonna say no.
Deadwax says
no. He doesn't.
Okay, Tim, you're gonna get banished to being small. It's a good question, and let me explain. Yes, I do play records all the time, almost every day, and multiple records, like maybe 10 albums or more a day, or 10, 12 inches or whatever, or more. But I don't play albums anymore, typically for pleasure. When I'm playing albums, I'm grading them for eBay. So I listen to all kinds of stuff that I would never listen to: gospel, spoken word, country music, instructional records, sermons, rock music that I don't necessarily like, Alabama records. I have to listen to all that stuff for work. So the only time I listen to physical media records for my own pleasure is when people are at my house and they're visiting and we're hanging out. That's when I do it for pleasure.
And he still doesn't want to, but I make him. Because Michael Pilmer loves CDs.
Well, I do love CDs. They're very convenient in my car. I can't play a record in my car. And a lot of times I'm in my car because of the work I do and the road trips I often take. So that makes sense to me. But yeah, I do play records more than most people play records. And I do it for work. So
and
I'm
when
not all about
I play records because of the ones that we want to hear. But yeah,
well, I wish I had that luxury, but
and he did the CD. It's like he might play the same record that I'd want to play, but yeah, he just.
If I didn't have to listen to records for work, then I would listen to records for pleasure. But if I'm listening to records for work all day, the last thing I want to do is put on a record at the end of work.
Yeah, I don't believe that because I know you in CDs. Like I
Chucky,
these people.
Chucky,
yeah.
Chucky. I don't know how you know I sell that shit, but yeah, you should check my eBay page out. Speaking of which, hold on. I do have some lounge records up there. Sometimes I opt to keep those because I really like some of them. I love the lounge piano bar kind of records. But here, I'm going to post a link to my eBay store in the chat. Okay, so Chalky 818, you can check it out. There's at least a couple of lounge records up there, I think. At least.
And I'm going to say, Douglas is saying, did you know that Terry Nunn was on the show Hawaii Five-0? I did not.
I don't really. I've never seen that show.
Now, Douglas, is that the new version or the old version? I'm guessing the old one.
A new version of Hawaii Five-0.
And HTOM 42 said Alabama was the house band in his mom's bar. Had to hear them every day. And you know what though? Like I don't dislike them. I don't know, whatever.
Don't put it past Tim to like some bullshit.
No, and he's not wrong because yeah, like there's some like
Tim
there
will
was a time I was still like into post-punk Maroon 5. I
post-punk Maroon 5. Do you guys hear that? Dead Wax, what do you think about that?
Because their first band was a punk band, and I liked them, and I continue to follow them. I stopped. But what I'm saying is, yes, like Michael Pilmer, like adoring Debbie Gibson, sometimes I do fall into the pop world.
Oh no, Tim.
I know, man. I know. But
okay, now check this out.
I'm being honest, Randy.
Check this out. Unusually, Tim is being honest. Okay, so check this out. Chucky, I wanted to mention Chucky 818 that if you go to a live stream I did with Fred Schneider of the B-52s, it's just a couple of videos ago on my or a couple of live streams ago on my YouTube page. I actually show some lounge singer style records that are in my collection. You might want to go check those out. But I do have at least a couple of other versions of lounge singers and piano bar performers on my eBay page. I love that genre. Love it. And because the covers are usually what tells me what it is. I can tell by the cover what kind of a piano bar and lounge act we're talking about.
And everybody here knows that I'm a mega fan of Pat Benatar. Like I was just smitten by her forever. And her first album, which was produced in '74, was actually a lounge album. And it's freaking ridiculously amazing. I think.
Does Tim move like Jagger? And another thing is Dead Wax like the Carpenters. Well, I don't know much about the Carpenters.
I love the Carpenters.
Is the footage I've seen of that girl playing drums. Holy shit.
No, but it's not the Carpenters. It's I like Carpenters.
Well, you like Jesus, so that's the main.
No, but I'm saying, like I was corrected one time. It's not the Carpenters, but
Warp Dog. This is the kind of comment I like right here. Michael Plummer, I have a stack of Christmas records you could probably keep sell.
See?
Let's do it, Warp Dog. Send me your trash. Send me your trash, especially if they're Christmas disco records. Those might stay in my collection.
Oh, yeah.
What I wanted to mention, Dead Wax, about Carpenters is, I mean, I would probably like Carpenters if I was just exposed to it more. But I don't find a lot of Carpenters to resell unless it's sealed or whatever, perfect shape.
So but now, like any album sells for good money.
Let me just finish my thought. So I don't hear a lot of Carpenters for work per se, but I would probably like them. But because I love ABBA, I love that genre of, some Bee Gees. I love the disco era. I love stuff that I guess a lot of people wouldn't think that rockers or weirdos would like. But yeah, I would probably like the Carpenters. I'd probably like them. I like Boston and Kansas and all that shit. Not all that shit, but a lot of that stuff. But here's the thing. I didn't start really branching out in what I actually like to hear until I was older.
Tell me about it.
Made my mind up to hate certain genres and certain things just because.
So many bands, like I hate them, and he likes them now.
Well, because 25 years ago when I started selling on eBay, I had to start listening to that shit, and I was like, "Huh, that's not too bad. I kind of like that."
Well, and that's what it does. It like because you got to listen to everything that you're selling. Butternose,
you love disco. We should have a talk about disco.
Oh my God, that disco is the bomb.
Butternose, you were there for the Fred Schneider stream, right? We talked about disco. And here, speaking of disco, you guys, I can't believe it. I almost forgot to tell you guys this. I'm gonna do a shot. So
Do too.
I found out. So me and Fred Schneider talked about one band, Discotheques and the Sexolettes, which I've always liked. They were like an early 1974, 75 era disco band. And the guy that was the leader of Discotheques and the Sexolettes, his name was Sir Monty Rock III. And Sir Monty Rock was from New Jersey. And he was this character who kind of his whole career just loved to broadcast the fact that he was talentless. He couldn't sing, he couldn't dance, but somehow, some way, through his personality or whatever, he's able to make a living as a performer and putting out records. And he was always amazed at the fact that he could do that. But he was like, first of all, he was a kind of a well-known hairstylist or hairdresser in New York. And, the gay scene. He was openly gay when not a lot of people were. But he just passed away a few days ago. Sir Monty Rock III, Discotheques and the Sexolettes. And I just got to do a shot to his memory because I really love Discotheques records and music and his whole vibe. So anybody wants to learn something cool, just do a Google search for Discotheques and the Sexolettes or Sir Monty Rock III. Look, watch old interviews. He was on the Johnny Carson show like 40 or 50 times because Johnny Carson liked him so much. He liked his personality, and I think some people the belief is that some people think that Johnny Carson actually molded him into what he became because he had him on his show so often.
And hey, Vinyl Richie, good to see you. And I totally agree, just like everything else. But
I don't know if that's the real Vinyl Richie, but it might be. Some disco is horrible, but some is fantastic. Just like, oh yeah. I mean, I was never into the disco sex thing. Anyway, cheers to Sir Monty Rock, Discotheques, Sexolettes.
You weren't into the disco sexting, did you say?
Discotheques and the Sexolettes, Tim. Do a search.
No. What did you just say previously?
Discotheques and the Sexolettes.
Oh, no. I know that before that. Oh, so you were trying to say that. Okay.
So, but Vinyl Richie, you look up this one guy. Oh, wait. The album is called, I think it's called Shut In. Shut In. And his name, oh, man, what's his name? It's a red vinyl record. Look it up on Discogs. Paul Jabraro or something like that. Paul Jabraro. I think the album is called Shut In. There's a song called Dance or Dancing. I think it's called Dance. And the lyrics are great. It's great. It was popular disco, but it wasn't as popular as most people. Like, people don't say his name when they think disco. So look up that record, Shut In or Shut Out. Shut In or Shut Out. I think it's Shut Out.
And I did not know this, but Vinyl Richie says, I went to a Circle Jerks tribute gig for the Carpenters. That's freaking awesome.
Circle Jerks tribute gig for the Carpenters.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? It's Circle Jerks tribute bands, but they were for the Carpenters?
Circle Jerks tribute gig.
Like the Carpenters were there watching, but they're not alive.
No. It must have been for their nonprofit, I'm guessing.
What?
They have a nonprofit.
The Circle Jerks were doing a tribute gig for the Carpenters nonprofit.
The Carpenters have a nonprofit for homeless.
That sounds like a Tom Petty album name.
I
think it might be. I think that's.
I'm
Tom Petty.
What do you say?
Tom Petty was highly influenced by these people.
Knowing me, knowing you. I've never heard that.
There is nothing we can do.
Oh, I mean, like.
Let me tell you something cool about
most of ABBA could be done by freaking metal bands.
Well, I'm getting ready to tell you. So I grew up with ABBA because my mom and I used to listen to ABBA singles when I was a kid. Like, before I was 10 years old, I was listening to ABBA singles, and I really loved "Take a Chance on Me." Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. I loved that. So I loved "Take a Chance on Me," and then later in life, I discovered some bands that covered ABBA that I really liked. Like there's a band called Sator, Sator from Sweden. Yes. Sweden. Sator is a kind of a punky rock band that have been around since the 80s. They're still playing. They did an ABBA cover that was awesome called Ring Ring. And also the best ABBA covers ever, Erasure. They did a whole EP called ABBA-esque. And it was like 4 or 5 ABBA songs. Fantastic job. I mean, I listened to that EP. I have that EP on cassette, CD, and record, the ABBA-esque by Erasure. Love it. Anyway, that's my ABBA spiel.
Yeah, great stuff. And
Tim sent me the ABBA cassette.
yeah, did you listen to it, Randy?
That was awesome.
So I was wondering, like, if you listened to any of that stuff.
ABBA was one of my first favorite bands before Devo, Butter Knives. What? That is sick. Those 4-letter bands, man. ABBA, Devo. Yeah, I love that. You know, they were great. And the whole how they were put together, and they were like two wives and husbands, and what kind of shit was going on behind the scenes there? That's got to be good storybook stuff.
Oh yeah, Super Posse, the Erasure. I have multiple copies. If you can't find it, reach out to me. I'll send one to you because yeah, it's a great album.
Founder Richie says it was after Karen Carpenter died. Dead Hippie. Oh, so this is way back in the day. You're talking about way back in the day, Ronald Richie, right? It was after Karen Carpenter died, though. Dead Hippie opened circle. I've never heard of Dead Hippie. I've heard of Kill the Hippies. Terry Nunn was really young on Hawaii Five-0. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, and she was like, because she was sure she was supposed to be an actress.
Super Posse says Erasure. We'll search that. Yeah, it's called ABBA-esque.
Yeah.
In
fact, they have two.
Taylor Bat. What's up, Taylor Bat? Who are you? Do I know you? I learned the other day that some of the members of ABBA made Chess the musical. I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Really? I had not heard that.
Warp Dog says ABBA did a Spanish LP. Gracias por. Well, you know, I have an ABBA 7-inch that is like some kind of weird import. It's not Spain, but it's maybe in Spanish. But weird import single that I think is worth like a lot of money. I think I have it listed for over $100 right now because I've seen it sell for that in the past. But yeah, ABBA. They did actual songs in another language sometimes. Yeah.
They did more than one. I have a couple of
Jason
of theirs.
Jason, hold on. Let me find Jason's comment. Here we go.
Slayer.
Now, Jason Kessler, let's talk a little bit about Slayer. So, I kind of like Slayer, but something about Slayer's vocalist. Like, he's a nice guy. He's a great guy. But I've never appreciated the way that Slayer did their supposedly satanic vocals.
But he does appreciate who they open for often.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Tim. Are you just trying to interrupt my story?
I'm trying to add to your story.
As you know, with my ADHD, if you interrupt my story, I might never get back to it, dude.
Oh.
So what am I trying to say about Slayer? Oh, yeah. So I didn't really appreciate their vocals that much. Just this vocal styling. For some reason, to me, for my satanic metal, and I don't even know if I would ever call Slayer black metal, but there's certainly satanic aesthetic, right? But their vocals seemed, I don't know, to me, too much sounded like a guy singing. Like usually satanic bands, it sounds like a monster or a crazy person or somebody that's fucking wigged out or scary. It sounds scary. Slayer guy never sounds scary to me. So although I love their music and their imagery and their logo is beautiful and their merch is great, I just never liked the singer's style. But let me say that at some point in the early 2000s, I think this was 2004, Carrie King's wife bought some Mark Mothersbaugh art from an art show we did. And we got in touch and she reached out and said, hey, look, if you or Mark ever want to come see a Slayer show, we're on tour right now. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, they're playing in Virginia. I was like, well, I'll go. She was like, okay, come on up. You're on the guest list. So I drove up to Virginia, met with her, met Carrie King and all the band, hung out all day with Carrie King's wife at a mall. And then she took me into the club when the doors opened and took me to the merch booth. She was like, what do you want? I was like, oh, really? You're going to let me have something? Oh, cool. Oh, that tour shirt there's cool. Well, she was like, there's 35 different fucking items up there. Pick up more, right? So she gave me like 5 different Slayer items. I think I got rolling papers, jacket, a tour shirt. Like, she was so fucking cool, that girl. But I found out Carrie King is not a Devo fan, so I probably won't ever talk to him again. I mean, she introduced me to him, and I said, oh, yeah, she introduced me as somebody working for Devo. She introduced me as somebody working for Devo. And I was like, do you like Devo? And he was like, he just shook his head. No, I was like, okay. She was like, well, let's go to the mall. And she took me to the mall. And then I hung out with his wife all day for like hours. It was cool.
But, the band like that they opened up for last couple times, like I've seen them, the one that sends you
I don't know if I've never heard of Slayer opening for
all
anybody.
the knives, and
Slayer doesn't open for
Carcass.
Slayer would not open for Carcass.
Hey, Ian, are you here? Do you hear Mike?
Slayer would never open
He's
for Carcass.
saying
It
that
would be the other way around. It would be the other way around.
Concerts.
It would be the other way around.
No,
No, dude, there's never a time when Slayer would open for Carcass.
Wow. I didn't think
Groovy Lisa, what's up?
it might have been the other way around.
Groovy Lisa, it's 90 degrees in LA. Thank God I'm not there yet. Hopefully that will change by the end of this month because I'm coming on the 30th.
You don't need to tell all that.
Tim is discriminating.
Oh,
That's what those people do, Zuna. That's what those people do. You talking about Ed Gein, Super Posse? You talking about Ed Gein? There are several shut-in albums. Yeah, but his name is fuck. My brain doesn't work well. It's Paul something. Shut in. Fuck. Well, the song is called Dancing. It's a big disco hit. Or Dance, sorry, Dance. The lyrics in Dance, maybe you could search by lyrics.
hey, Chic, right?
Vanna Ritchie. Chic? What are you talking about Chic for?
Yes.
No, Tim. Paul Jabrara or whatever. Paul J. A. something.
Well, I don't know who wrote that one, but
Listen, now you made me fucking forget again, Tim.
Oh my
You
God.
can't do this to me. My mind is broken, Tim. I have totally severe ADHD, and you're not making it any better by interrupting me with some dumb bullshit. Now, I probably need to do that. Let me focus a little more. Taylor Batt's going to see Descendants. Oh, Taylor Batt. Let me tell you something about Descendants and seeing them live. That's one of the bands that you will not see video of on my YouTube page because I cannot stand to not sing along the whole set. And if I sing along the whole set on video, it's fucked. So I do not shoot video of Descendants because I'm fucking singing my ass off the whole time when I see them. They were the first pop punk band besides unless you consider the Ramones, but they were the first real pop punk band, I think. I don't know much about the Flamin' Groovies, Jason.
They're phenomenal.
I know I've heard them. I've heard their name.
They're great.
I can't tell you what they sound like. Yes, subject of Slayers. I get you. Thank you, Super.
And hey, Groovy Lisa. I'm just going through some of this stuff.
Discriminator, Tim. Or discrimination.
They were saying that you were discriminating me.
No, ADH hater. That's you, Tim.
Oh,
yeah. But Tim's being thrown in the
since
fire.
I have AD.
Oh, there you go, Tim. There's a bone. That's something you know about. That's something you know.
I can't get my license.
Do you want to comment on the thing you know about?
Hold on. I'm
put your pants on. Pay attention to the chat.
Slayer. Pat Benatar's husband? Neil Giraldo.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Evil ableist Tim.
I have to bounce back and forth, Michael Pilmer, because something's wrong with our stream and I can't do anything on the main.
Douglas, I agree. I don't think it's raining blood. It's rain in blood. REIGN in blood. And of course, it's a scary title, but I think the vocals make it less scary because it sounds like just a guy. It doesn't sound like a devil or a crazed, like evil. It just sounds like a guy singing. So that's what the problem I always had with it is just it didn't sound evil enough to me because even Venom sounds like regular guys singing, but they're so drunk and the music is so kind of, it's like a punk rock version of black metal. Venom is unto its own, right? But Slayer just, if they just had Impaled Nazarene singer or Carcass singer, like some different style. I mean, look, I met the guy. He's great. The singer's fantastic guy. Great guy. He was drinking all the healthy shit backstage, all the teas and the fucking waters and the smart waters and shit. He was healthy as fuck, that guy. And he was nice. He was nicer than Kerry King.
I'm loving this one by Butter Knives. And again, I wish I could put stuff up, kind of can't.
I'm glad you can't.
Evil ableist Tim.
I already put that on the screen, you dumb.
And see, it didn't happen here at all.
What are you drinking? Take a big drink of it right now.
No, Mike. None of my stuff is working.
What?
None of my stuff is working.
Well, that's just constant with you.
No, it's not. And it's a new computer, so.
Fave FG album.
That don't make much sense.
Wait, Frankie Goes to Hollywood? No, wait, what's FG?
Fugazi?
Wait,
no.
Teenage Head. Wait, what's I know the name. But Teenage Head's a band. Wait a second. What is FG? Wait a second. I'm trying to scroll up to see if anybody says anything about FG. Wait, Red says their cover of Dissident Aggressor was terrible. Oh, is that Slayer? They did a whole record of covers, and I think they did an Oingo Boingo song, and I never wanted to hear it again after I heard that. I thought that was horrible.
But I will say,
Flaming Groovies. Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about them at all.
Okay. And I don't know their albums, but I've heard them all. And yeah, a friend of mine is big time into them. And
I mean, I maybe did they have like a '60s vibe to them?
Yeah.
Hippie vibe or something?
It's almost a rockabilly a little bit.
So it's not like
not
Red
always,
Cross.
but
Like Red Cross did something where they did a '60s kind of punk vibe, but I'm sure it's not like Flaming Groovies did it.
But no, it's definitely good stuff.
So Butter Knives is talking about some power metal right now. Let me tell you this. This power metal band called Unleash the Archers.
Oh.
Oh, really? Okay, so I don't know what I'm not sure exactly what power metal is, because some people would even consider Thor to be power metal or Viking metal or whatever. But speaking of archers, there's a band called Arch Enemy, Butter Knives. Arch Enemy was a band, had a female singer, and they Arch Enemy was started by members of Carcass. A very pivotal original member of Carcass went off and started. His name is Michael. He went off and started Arch Enemy, and I saw Arch Enemy many years ago live. They were fucking great. I love Arch Enemy. If you want to hear some really good black metal, Talia, by a female singer, and she was a little wee blonde lady when I saw them back in the day, look for their song called Rise. Arch Enemy, Rise. Video, whatever you can find. But when I saw them live, let me just describe this one thing and we can move on. Arch Enemy, okay, so it's comprised of big, tall metal dudes with long hair, all black, leather, hunched over playing guitars and stuff. And then there's this little bitty blonde woman on stage with them, in the leathers and stuff, but she's a little tiny. So what the guys do on stage is they stand with their legs as far apart as they can go so that they're, I think, more her height. So when I saw them playing, it was like all these guys standing, playing their stuff, and this little, but she does not sound like a little tiny blonde girl in the song. You will be, if you haven't heard Arch Enemy, people, you'll be amazed by this woman's vocals. So anyway, there's my my tirade on metal. Power pop, I love power pop.
Yes,
Cheap Trick was the first power pop band I heard.
Producers, Romantics.
I didn't discover producers till way late. But Cheap
great
Trick,
stuff.
Cheap Trick, Romantics, I was into them back in the day. But I didn't really understand what power pop was until maybe 15 years ago or something.
I all I knew was like rock and country. I didn't.
Well, then you were in the shit, weren't you,
dude? But then I met like these weirdos like this guy, and stuff.
Britney Slays. God damn. Okay. So Taylor Bat. Now that let me find your comment, my friend. Hold on. Yes. So, Tim, do you have something to say about that?
No, I was agreeing with Randy.
Okay. So Taylor Bat. Yeah, that I think that falls in the genre of new metal, NU metal, which I never was a fan of, but it's only because I think it's all when you discover stuff, right? And there's a certain age, if you discover stuff between the ages of 8 and 14 or whatever, those years are going to be what you base the rest of your life's musical tastes on. You're going to compare it against that stuff. So because I discovered metal in an earlier time, I looked at bands like Mudvayne and Static X and said, well, they're not doing anything necessarily different, or if anything, they were kind of more jockey. They were more about muscles and looking like jockey rather than looking like, weird rockers or damaged or, I was into rock bands that looked fucked up and not healthy and not muscle bound, right? Maybe I never got into the Misfits because of the way they looked. I think they looked like people that picked on me at school. So I didn't get into that. The muscle guys, man, fuck those guys. So there's my new, but it is called new metal, Taylor. If you like that stuff, you might want to search that genre. You'll find a whole lot of stuff from the 90s that fits into that category. The Knack first album, Jason Kessler. That is pop, power pop right there.
Great album.
I love the Knack.
Great album.
I love that album so much. And that's one of those bands where I can't say there's another Knack album that I like. Well, there is another Knack album that I like all the way through, and it's way later. It's Serious Fun. I love Serious Fun. But any other Knack album, I pick and choose what songs I like. But that first album, oh my God. I don't know how many times a year I listen to that, but it's a lot for my whole life. I love that record. I got to meet the singer of the Knack briefly once at a Devo show, and I almost shit my pants. I was so excited to meet him. And I gave him an I Threw Up sticker, and he really liked it. Oh, I really like these. I was like, oh shit, dude. Did Doug Feiger of the Knack just say that to me? Holy shit. And then he passed away, unfortunately. We should still have him around. Sad that he's not here. Okay, so Tim is gone. Let's put this different camera angle here. Anyway, so I'm trying to pay attention to the chat here, but Robert Smith looks like a granny addict. What's a granny addict? That sounds like a Tom Petty album title. Oh, yeah. Bam, bam, Super Potsy. Bam, bam. Have you ever seen the Knack documentary movie? I can't remember what it's called, but I have it on DVD. And Bob Mothersbaugh of Devo is in that movie. And all you kids out there who are sleuths on the internet who can find movies, you might want to look up the Knack documentary. I can't remember the title of it. It was probably the only Knack documentary. Bob Mothersbaugh has a little cameo in that. So it's a great documentary. Great fucking band. Burnbot says, big news drop for Doctor Who fans. Well, that wouldn't be me. I'm not that kind of nerd, unfortunately. Yeah, I was never really the Dungeons and Dragons nerd or the Doctor Who nerd or the Star Trek nerd or the Star Wars nerd. I was not that kind of nerd.
But he was always a nerd.
Well, yeah. Well,
but no,
getting the Knack, Reg Bluer, yes. And there was a whole campaign against the Knack back in the day, and so there were Nuke the Knack buttons. I have one of those in my collection. I do love the Knack. I'll buy Getting the Knack every time I see that in really good shape.
And I'm gonna do this, Mike. Oops, that didn't work.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you for your service.
Anytime.
Thanks for not knowing what the fuck you're doing, Tim. Just go ahead and do whatever, Tim. Just go ahead and do.
It's not working.
Let's see what Tim does.
Anyways, I can't. I don't have the same controls that I usually have.
So why you try to use them? Why don't you just ask me to do shit?
Well, I was just saying. Okay, make me larger.
You want to take up the screen?
Make me larger.
Well, here's what we have to do, Tim. We have to go to this. I'll put you over here. And
I don't have the control now.
Yeah, I do, though. You just ask Daddy.
I usually do.
Ask Daddy.
I was trying to do
Daddy, Tim. Tim, for Christ's sakes, ask Daddy.
I don't know if you've seen this, Mike.
It's a reel.
Yeah, what is it?
That's good shit. The Knack. That's the album we were praising.
And yeah.
Are you trying to make me really jealous? When's the last time you listened to that album, Tim? When's the last time you listened to that album?
Oh God, it's probably been about 2 years.
What? This is why shit isn't going right, Tim. You need to put that fucker on tomorrow morning. You leave that on the top of the pile.
And I love every song on that album.
Well, you know, the Dickies do a Knack cover.
Oh, I do know that.
And that song live blows my fucking balls.
Oh, dude.
I mean, every Dickies song does, but that one especially.
I just wish they had a freaking reel.
Yeah, the Dickies, right.
I mean,
speaking of the Dickies, let me just say, well, let's do this. Let me just say that big Dickies news coming very soon. You know, Leonard Graves Phillips, singer of the Dickies, mostly the songwriter of the Dickies. He has been working for years. This is like since pandemic times. He's been working for years on a life story book of his life with the Dickies and otherwise. It's going to be fantastic. I was asked to do the cover art for it years ago. We've done that. I found him an artist to do the art for the inside of the book. That's done. It's almost going to print. Okay. So very soon I will be allowed to show you what it looks like, but it's going to come out on Cleopatra Records on some form of their print.
It's already gone to print.
whatever the case, it's really coming soon. So
Correct.
I can't wait till I can show you.
And Burnbot, good night. Good night.
And then Burnbot, see you later, buddy. UK. Thanks for staying up late, man. So anyway, at some point there will be merch based around the book. And I'm just waiting to be able to tell you all that stuff.
I wish I could put shit on screen. I don't know what's up.
Just ask me to put it on.
Mike, put Douglas's last.
That sounds like him. That sounds like him. You know, his brother was a very famous TV lawyer. Same last name. I can't remember his first name, but he was a very famous TV lawyer on those shows that you saw all the time. He was always the lawyer they brought in to comment on the case. That was Doug's brother.
I didn't know that.
He's still alive. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they're amazing.
And he looks kind of like Doug a little bit, like a lawyer version of Doug.
I mean, are they from Cleveland? What's up?
No, they're from LA. You got to watch the documentary, Tim, with Bob in it. You'll know them.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would like to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, now, Sean, Vinyl Dreamscape. This is the album I was talking about. Rocket of Love was on I'm a Rocket of Love, baby. That was on the record I was talking about with the girl.
Like,
with the
can you continue saying that?
girl with a hula hoop on the cover. It was
We want you
called,
to sing.
hold on, wait. What was it called? It was called, shit. I just said the name earlier, but now I can't remember the name of it. But that's the album I was talking about. I love that whole album. There's Rocket of
Why
Love.
don't you sing it all?
I'm a rocket of love, baby. But you know, Doug Figure doesn't have a growly voice like that, but he has a great power pop voice. But I love that song. Love it. Serious fun. That's what it is, Dreamscape. Thank you very much. Yeah. Serious fun. Bam, bam. Serious fun. I love that whole album. I wish I got to see them on that tour. I don't know. I don't even know if that's on vinyl.
I don't think I ever saw them.
Oh, dude, I've never seen him, but I met Doug. That's all I need to know. But that was when Doug was hanging out with the Cars. So he was with all the Cars except for the singer.
Rick.
Except for Rick, because I think Doug was part of the new Cars or something, whatever they were called.
Well, Rick was a bit of Rick was a major weirdo.
Well, this was like at a Devo show, and Bob Mothersbaugh said, "Hey, Mike, there's some friends of mine out there.
Yeah.
Need backstage passes. They're the Cars and the Knack. Just look for the Cars and the Knack." I was like, "What?"
Well,
so I go to a table, and there's all the Cars with.
And that was after after my boy had already passed. Yeah, I remember that.
Your boy.
When you told me when Ben had already passed. It was
Rick was still, Ben had passed a long time before that.
It was like 6 years before, and then like 3-4 years after that, Rick passed.
When did Ben pass? I thought that was a long time ago.
Somebody
in the chat tell us when Ben from the Cars passed. I thought it was decades ago.
It was a while ago.
Well, I mean, I guess decades ago was when I met that band, the new Cars. But
that wasn't decades. I'd say that was less than 20 years ago.
Serious Fun sounds like Led Zeppelin. Well, I think they mixed a lot of sounds in there, but it still sounded like the Knack to me. Yeah, but I love that record. Fun Kiss fact: Doug Fieger sang lead vocal on "Dirty Girl." Oh, Bruce Kulick solo.
Really?
That's funny. Well, he's a great singer. I love Doug.
Oh, he died in 2000. Jeff said.
Okay, so that makes sense because then I think I met them in 2005. Well, it was 5 years before. Yeah, so it wasn't just after he died; it was a few years. Because I met them in 2004.
I just remember because I would have been like I would have been right out there because I was a diehard fan, but yeah, not without Ben.
I gotta pee again, Tim. Can you? We only have. Well, I can wait. We only have 7 minutes. So, you guys, I have to meet my friend Brad Sovine, who is related to Red Sovine, the country singer. I got to meet him for a walk. We're gonna take a walk after this week. So Tim, we're gonna end it.
Oh, right now?
Well, because I got a leg cramp and I have to pee.
Okay.
I got a leg cramp.
When you said that, I was gonna show you something rare from Red Sovine.
We got 6 minutes, but oh fuck.
But that's fine. That's fine.
I got a fucking leg cramp.
You do you, man.
I'm doing me. All right, here we go.
There will
So,
be no
anyway.
noise tonight, guys.
No noise. But maybe next Thursday. Between now and next Thursday, you'll see snooper footage. Hopefully, I may crank out another cool video of unboxing something I got in the mail, and all that shit. Pee pals, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think Tim's going to be peeing.
No. I think. Are you referencing Adam Sandler?
What the? I don't know anything about Red. Yeah, Super Posse Red Sovine. My friend Brad, who is related to Red Sovine, Brad Sovine, he is coming here, and I actually have 2 Red Sovine records to give him when he gets here. Hey,
And
Douglas, thank you, buddy. Thanks for the support. Oh, dude, I can't hold anymore. We're going to stop 5 minutes
Dude,
early. I can't hold anymore. I can't hold anymore, you guys. I'm sorry. I got to go pee. It doesn't make sense to go to the last
Just
5
make
minutes.
sure you laugh at him in your chats.
From Hail Bear, from Satan, from Super Chat Charlie over here, from the Crochet Clown, from everybody here in Raleigh. Thank you for watching, folks. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim, for being here. We'll check you later.
Show enough. Bye, y'all.
Let me know when some action happens on eBay. We'll check you later, buddy.
Will do.
Okay, you guys, I got to pee really bad. I got a leg cramp. It's killing me. Bye, you guys. Thanks for everything. And thank you also to all the people that watch on replay. I really appreciate you guys. I do notice when the stream count goes up after a couple of days of I do it live. So thank you for being here for the replay. I do appreciate that. Cheers, everybody. I got to go. Red Sovine. Go look it up. Love you guys. Bye. May the rock and roll gods bless you as they've blessed me. I mean that. I do mean that.